Hello everybody and welcome. My name is Alex Terrier, and in this video I want to talk about some books written by John DeLucia. He wrote a series of books inspired by Bach, and those books are called Bach Shapes. Now some are a collection of melodic shapes, so more like purely technical exercises, and he also wrote etudes. All right, and that's what I want to talk about today. I want to first play one of those etudes and then share with you some ideas on how you can use some of those etudes more creatively and integrate some ideas in your own playing. So first, let's look quickly at the book. All right, so here it is. This is the cover, and he has also like some audio for you guys, and all those songs, all those etudes that are basically based over standard changes. We're going to play this one a tad baroque, obviously over the changes of Ladybird by Tad Damron, and then we're going to talk a little bit about this etude and see how we can incorporate some of those ideas more creatively in our own playing. All right, so let's play this etude. Alright, pretty cool etude, right? Now let's look at the first line, the first phrase, and let's see what can we do with that phrase. Alright, so here is the first phrase. Alright, so you may already notice that there's something similar in this phrase, right? There's like a shape that repeats itself. And you would be totally right. Let's see what's going on. All right, so when you want to analyze a melody, see what's up, you got to see, what are the notes on the downbeat. So let's look. All right, here we have G sharp, B, and E. All right, well, that's interesting. That's an E major triad. Let's go here, and F sharp, A, and D, right? The D major triad. F, A, D, that's the D minor triad. D, F, B, that's the B diminished triad. Okay, so my melodic shape is really around this triad idea, right? If I just play those notes on the downbeats, you will kind of recognize the melody. If I play only the notes on the upbeat, you're not really going to recognize this melody. All right, that's kind of funny. Now, if I play that, you cannot really recognize. But if I play the notes on the downbeats, alright, it is more recognizable. So look at what's going on the downbeats. Now I know my melodic shape is targeting the notes of a triad, and here I basically just have a passing tone, a diatonic passing tone. Alright, G sharp going to B through the note A, passing through A. All right, so basically my melodic shape is this. And I know that it starts on the third of a triad. G sharp, okay, so I know I'm going to play the E triad. And I'm targeting the fifth. And then the root of the triad. Back to the third. So, first thing, you may want to practice this diatonically. All right, you may want also to start on the highest note of your instruments, and you can also just play those shapes one after another without this rest in the middle. So let's say I'm going to practice going up. So I'm going to start on the lowest note of my instrument, and I'm going to go up without the rest in the middle. All right, and then I could go back down. All right, so first, this is could be a great exercise right there. And this is only the first bar, the first melodic idea from the etude. You can do that. You can identify other motives in this etude and do the same thing. Okay, so then we practice this, either at least in the key of the song, but you may also want to practice that in all 12 keys. All right, now let's try to use that melodic shape over the changes of the song of Lady Bird. Now notice that on the etude, here, even though we're on A major, the melody is arpeggiating D major. So you may think, okay, hold on, like all my life I've been told don't play the 11th. Well, no, here it is, and it works. Now, why does it work? Because it's inside the motion of the melody, all right? It's not static. You're not staying on this D for 4 beats, right? That wouldn't sound good. Now, it's very short. It's inside the melody, all right? Even though we're playing the D major triad, it's inside the melody, all right? So it's going to create some tension, and that's cool. Okay, what you don't want to do is stay, a beat, 2 beats or more on this 11. That's going to, not sound very nice. But when you're playing inside a melody like this, that's totally fine. That being said, I would recommend to try to practice targeting chord tones, playing this melodic shape. So for instance, here I wrote starting on the 7th, then the 5th, the 3rd, the 5th, which is basically the same as the melody, but I could do the 3rd here. All right, just try targeting different chord tones. All right, because this is always going to work. So let's try with the play along. Alright, so here I was very mechanical, alright, always playing the same shape. Now I'm going to try to improvise, be more creative, use this shape more randomly at the beginning or in the middle, or maybe finish my phrase. And you can even practice being, very specific like this. You could say, okay, I'm going to practice starting my phrase by that. Then I'm going to practice having the shape in the middle or at the end. All right, just for the sake of saving time here, I'm just going to go with the flow and just play, and I'm going to use that melodic shape. Now I'm going to overuse it. I wouldn't play it so much in real life, but when I'm practicing, I really want to see how deep can I go with this melodic idea. All right, so I'm going to overuse it, just but hopefully it demonstrates what I can do, what you can do, and how I practice. All right, so you can really have a lot of fun with this one melodic shape. Okay, and this again is from this book by John DeLucia. Great book. You have a lot of material. All right, this book, he has a series of books, but I believe this one is the most recent. And again, we did that with the first bar of one etude. You don't have to do every motive of every etude, obviously, but when there is one that catches your ear and you're like, oh, that's really cool, I really like this melody. Okay, well, why do you like it? Why is it so nice? See what's going on. What is the melodic analysis? What are the scale degrees? How does it land, on the beats, on the off beats? Try to understand why do you like it, and then practice it. Diatonically, always good. Transpose it in all 12 keys, and then try to use it creatively. Improvise create phrases using this one melodic idea. All right. Obviously, this is when you're practicing, so it's going to be very repetitive, and that's okay. Okay. Now, when you go and play with your band, obviously you forget about all of this because it is inside your vocabulary, it's inside your ears, and so you don't have to think about all of this. But when you're practicing, that's my suggestion, practice consciously. All right, practice very specific ideas. And again, I recommend this book. There's a lot of great material, beautiful lines, great for fingers, and it's also available in treble clef, in E flat, B flat, and bass clef. He has like several options, I think, that can accommodate most instruments. So check it out, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.